Shout out to everybody here live. Don't know what happened. My team sets up a stream code. They send it to me. I put it in the same way I always do. Didn't work. So I set up the stream code. I put it in. It works. We both have the same program. We both put the same thing in. I don't know what's happening. We're going to have a Zoom about it. So I sat here. What happens to me is I put the code in. I press go. My program says stream. And even the weirdest thing on me is YouTube said excellent connection. And I could see the stream. That's what the weirdest thing to me is. But it didn't go live. I think maybe inside of the setting it was set to like private live stream or something. That's because it said I was going live. And connections were live. I know y'all can hear me. Anyway, I wanted to point out how much we've been banging on phosphorus, by the way. But look at this. In the last year, right? Stacks. I've done stacks before anyone even talked about that. Remember that? We were building stacks at Alex when Alex was 9 cents. Talking about how BRC20, when you could first inscribe a BRC20, I inscribed a BRC20 when you could first do it, when nobody else really, the first 2 weeks I did it. Woo Network, we've been all over it. Akash Network I put out when it was less than $1. Sol at $20. I mean, come on now. Caspa Network, we banged on them. Injective I was putting out when it was a bean, $1.78. Rune we've been hitting on. AVAX, Near, I've been holding Near. Uniswap, banging on them to the upside. EGLD I hold. I'm just saying, you can see the things up on the year here. And we were all over the sauce. In the last hour, we got AGIX, Render, Wild, WorldCoin, Blur. I gave you the Blur chart, continues to pump. Anyway, I'll see you in about 7 minutes. We're going to go over what happened to Bitcoin, how we made the amazing trade today, and more. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here, sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome. We're still here in sunny Hollywood, Florida, Miami. God bless each and every one of you for being here. We're going to jump on into Bitcoin. If you were watching my live stream earlier today, first thing I want to talk about is the bullish move that I called for Bitcoin. I was long. I went long. I made some gains while I was at the zoo with the kids looking at the flamingos, and that's what it's about. Let's jump on in here to the live stream and see what's happening. We'll get that music back up and running. Bang, ba-doom, doom. Shout out to you all here. Thank you for being a part of the live. So if you're watching me this morning, raise the volume. Yeah. Sorry. Boom, 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 boom. There you go. How's that? Sorry. Yeah. There you go, right? Yeah. Hello. Now I'm peaking, though. I don't want to peak. Hold on. Check. There you go. That should be pretty good. I don't want to get any louder than that, no? All right. Check 1 2 1 2. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I appreciate each and every one of you for being here and sharing your precious asset with me. So we put out this beautiful flag for Bitcoin to the upside. I felt a long while. We got above the 200 SMA on the 7-minute time frame. We were about to get above the 200 SMA on the 15-minute. Once we breached through that, a big pump to the upside. I took profits. I got in right here. I'll show you where I got out. I'm going to show you the exact trade, how we nailed it, and how it was really the only green move today that you could have made, and we got into the exact bottom and sold at the exact top. How do we do that while I was at the beach? How do you make $400 in a day while you're sitting at the beach? We're going to teach you right now how we did that, all right? And we're not bragging. We're going to show you the truth and the facts of the matter. Bitcoin in a flag right now looks like it's getting ready for its next bigger move to the upside. I'm also in a long as we speak, looking for this flag to break to the upside well above the 200 SMA, looking nice. I got in a little early here at the bottom of the channel at about 51,580, but now I'm back in the green right now on my way back to the upside. When Bitcoin was here, I set out a limit order for it to come back into the pattern. I told everyone that's what I was doing. Here's the initial trade from this morning, and we're going to talk about why I went long, what happened, and how I was able to sell at the exact top of the day like a boss and nail it. And I closed my trade. I showed my group. Let's take a look here and show you what's happening for Bitcoin. We're going to go back in time to this morning, where I was sitting here and Sammy Cup and Handy was taking a look at the charts, and it was pretty obvious to my subconscious mind that there was going to be a move to the upside. Excellent. Situation matters every moment. One there for me, man. My team is the... Anyway, I'm not going to play it, I guess. But if you watched the live stream, you heard me call long. I said while I was long, I broke down the long. I even have it here, the entry with the stop loss right there that never got hit because price never went back below the point of control. And it was a 6-to-1 risk-reward ratio. You're risking $100 to make $600. You can't beat that. That is the greatest risk-reward ratio you'll ever have in your life trading in anything, right? So just want to reiterate that fact and, make that very, very clear. Sorry. I think I'm still peaking a little bit there. There we go. Yeah, there we go. All right. Is the music too loud? How we doing? All right. So I saw that beautiful move to the upside. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to that $99 super chat, by the way. And so we go back in time, all right, with the beautiful time traveling tool. All right. I love this tool. And this is where we were. And remember, stop loss below the point of control in the 200 SMA. Beautiful pennant to the upside. Tight moving averages told me with this flip on the stochastics, we were going to get a move to the upside. And it's a beautiful bull pennant. 68% of the time, this bull pennant's going to break to the upside. It's that simple. Another way is you could have waited for price action to get above this 200 SMA on the 15. Once it did, you open up a long with a stop loss on the other side. I front run this idea. I knew once it gets above here, a big move is coming. I knew where to take profits. See, that's the thing. I knew exactly where to take profits at this moment in time. When? I knew when we hit this yellow line on the 1 hour, I should take profits. You get it? So I get in on the 15 when we get above the 200 SMA. I get out when we hit the 1 hour 200 SMA. I tandem the two time frames to get in, to get out. It's a beautiful, and then I use, look, the VRVP, which showed me the gap. And then I played a falling wedge that breaks out 68% of the time. Then this has kind of a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. And then I wait for the stochastics to be low on the 7-minute time frame, and the 15-minute also were pushing to the upside. They kind of went like this, but they swung back up. So I looked at the 7, I looked at that, and then the 4 hour to me was also bullish. And so I knew that a lot of the world would go short because the 1 hour was overbought. And so people that didn't know how to trade the 200 SMA would short the market because they don't know, because they don't get it, because they don't have any data. I have years of data. I can do this. I can eat you for lunch. If you don't know what you're doing, I'm going to take you for everything you have. If you're a trader and you don't have, when you're trading against other people, someone's taking your money. You're not losing. Someone on the other end is taking that trade down on you. And you want to trade against people that do this every single day, even when they're on vacation obsessively. People that can't even take vacation on vacation because they love it so much. You're battling those type of people. We're obsessive compulsive. We're in the charts every single day. All we want to do is eat, and we're going to do it. So let's take a look here. We pressed the play button, and what happened? Bitcoin banged to the upside on a massive pump. And where did I sell? Let me show you exactly what happened. Let's go to the 1 hour. Exactly when we would hit the 200 SMA. Bang. I sold the first candle right there when we hit it. Yes, it went up maybe a little more. I sold around that 600 area. We went up a little more, but we never went back above it throughout the day. Perfect sell. So get in here, get out there. Absolutely nailed it. And that's not the first time I've done this exact thing using the exact same strategy over and over and over again. And the thing is, when it happens, you get in. When you see it, you get out. I just had to slightly monitor the trade, check on my phone here and there. I didn't spend hours trading. I wasn't in front of big screens. I was walking around a zoo. And then I was able to sit in front, from 3 to 5 and get some sun. I even jumped in the water. My daughter and me even watched a foot volleyball tournament. Okay? Then I watched the market again, and I watched this 15-minute starting to make a bit of a flag here. And I like what I'm seeing with this bullish scenario for Bitcoin. This looks a lot like what I saw this morning. Same thing. Impulse, sideways price action. 280 crossing the 200 SMA. The 100 crossing the 200 SMA. Bullish scenarios. Now, a little bit of a bearish divergence here on the RSI. As the RSI is swinging down, price action to a little flat. But can we hold the previous support or resistance? Can we get it? 51,600. All right. What is my target if this continues to the upside? Well, the bigger target is wick to wick here. This wick to basically that area. That's going to tell us where we're likely going to go for Bitcoin. And technical difficulties or not, we are super consistent showing you Bitcoin. I know restaurants that have really good food, and I don't mind waiting 45 minutes to eat that good food. This is the best TA food you're ever going to eat. Sometimes you might have to wait a little bit. I might have taught you some patience tonight. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Patience ain't the worst thing to learn. Patience will get you rich. I'll tell you that right now. Most people that master patience become pretty wealthy. So I like this type. You could still say double top. Yes, if price can't get back above 51,700, expect more downside. But let's see if that 7-minute wants to do a roaring move back to the upside as it resets here. So we could Bart Simpson at any moment and take a dump. We want to see if we can stay inside this pattern. We don't want to lose the 200 SMA on that, or on the 50 there, on the 7-minute. Let's see if we can consolidate. There is a chance we just drop to the downside. It's low volume Saturday. Be very, very careful. All right. But I'm in the trade, and we'll see what happens. All right. It's actually doing somewhat nice right now. Remember, we already won the first trade of the day, $400, right? We nailed it. And here's the second trade now at $44, 2%. I told you exactly how I was getting in the trade. I told you when and how I was getting into it. I saw Bitcoin earlier today when Bitcoin was up here, and I wanted to come to 51,580, and I wanted to get in. So I looked at this level here, and when it was up here, I figured I put a limit order at 51,580. Now it went a little lower on the wick to 440, but I got caught up in this area. Then when Bitcoin bounced back to the upside, or actually I played this wick down, right into 480. And look, now this is back at 7.1 on Binance, but we're actually way higher here on the futures when it comes to the perpetual, right? We're at 646. Now, stay tighter of the zone. And so look, I said looking for price to get here to the lower trend line. And it went lower than that trend line, but it made a bit of a double bottom, right? You're never going to be absolutely perfect, right? And I wasn't, but I caught my limit order, and then I'm back in the game. So, and again, I could just take this $40 and just add it to the trade I already played. It's a $1,500 trade at 20x leverage, a $31,000 trade. You 10x that, you're at a $300,000 trade, right? If you just made that a 200x trade, but I'm not doing that. Or if I were to add, 15 grand. Anyway, so, not amazing. Also, low volume, crazy on a Saturday night. This looks like it's going to hit the top and come right back down. Let's look at our 5-minute time frame getting overbought there. Mixed signals. What I love about MACD is if, like, you know, you're in the middle on it, you can always just flash close the trade, take your $25 and call it a day. You know, $28. Nail that. Now, no matter what happens, can't lose. I got a pack tonight. I don't know if I really want to be in a trade, you know, personally. And I don't have to really prove to anyone why I do or do not want to be in a trade. I got a pack tonight. I got a 5 a.m. flight. I don't, maybe, you know, at the same time, if the trade looks good, I'm going to take it. You know, I do like this flag. It does say that Bitcoin's going to pump. This is what's called a bullish rectangle with a double bottom and some momentum forming. 15 minutes says we're going to shoot to the upside any minute. We're going to start to pump. So do I get inside the trade? Well, let's take a look at it. It's a 4-to-3 risk-reward ratio. The 15-minute suggests that we have legs to the upside. The 1 hour is just very overbought, but it is toying with closing a candle right now above the 200 SMA. If we get above this point of control, Bitcoin's going to shoot to the upside. A big buy, right? Earlier this morning, $1.3 billion in Bitcoins purchased, right? Seemed to be like, you know, and how about Ben just take it? You know, you have to remember, every time crypto gets into the limelight, it's good for everybody here in crypto. It's good for your bags, my business, your business. If your business is cryptocurrency, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing, right? We take a look at the 4-hour time frame and the 2-hour, both, you know, 2 hours a little beat up. 4-hour got a little beat up too and could not get above resistance with some wicks here. So the 4-hour is showing signs of weakness at the present moment, but it does still have a bit of momentum. So look, this is a key area. If we can't get back above 51,800, we have a big problem. So Bitcoin desperately, and look, I would have lost profits. See how we dropped down? I made sure to just lock in even that $30. It's all about getting into a trade, taking a chance. Take it a little bit. Take it a little bit. One time you don't take a little bit, boom, big pump to the upside, right? That way you keep the losses small and you keep the gains big, baby. Adding that $30 puts us up above 400 for the day. That ain't bad. That ain't bad. 400 on a Saturday, making $400 on a Saturday after taxes, still making $325. You can't beat that. You really can't. Anyway, so bitty Bitcoin. What are we going to see tonight? Are we going to battle through this small time frame flag? Are we going to pump to the upside, or do we see chop happening for BTC? Flag says we pump. I like it. I took profits. I may not take the trade, but that doesn't mean the trade's not valid. Or even if I don't take a trade, you're like, well, if Lifer didn't take it, I'm not taking it. Some people, I understand how that is. Thank you so much for the subscriber jumping on in. We appreciate you. And thank you for the super chat. And look at that. Boom. Throwing some balls in the jar. Thank you so much. Shout out to the channel sponsors, I Trust Capital and BingX. I love I Trust Capital because it's a Roth IRA or an IRA, either one, and you can move your cryptocurrency into it. Trade gold and silver too as well. Also, short-term trading inside of that is tax-free. It's a beautiful incentive. Check out I Trust Capital today. It'll blow your mind, and you know the tax-free incentives just really will blow your mind. They sponsor the channel, and I greatly appreciate that. Really, really do. And shout out to BingX, the only place where you can trade Tesla, the S&P, gold, and silver all in the same place. Like, you can trade Tesla with Tether, man. I mean, it's like they have pegged assets. It's just amazing. So I love BingX for that reason. Why I have to trade the S&P and open up a new account when you can trade the S&P and cryptocurrency all in the same place. They also have meme coins like MYRO and Pepe, and then you can also be trading like indexes and gold and stuff. I find that amazing. So no other place in the world have I seen such a cross basket of assets that can be accessed in the same exact location. Blows my mind every time. BingX, you guys are smart and on it, and that's why I innovate with the best people and the coolest companies. And and I'm very, very critical. That's why you can only see 2 companies there that I actually would associate myself with, right? And BookMap. Shout out to BookMap out there. If you like BookMap, God bless the BookMap pioneers and the BookMap buccaneers out there. If you're using your BookMap every single day, God bless you. BookMap is amazing. It can show you where the liquidity is and help you make a decision based on what's happening in the market, not on what you feel, think, or what's going on. It can also go back up your technical analysis. This flag has a probability. What's the next probability? Where are we going? So look, resistance, clear resistance right there at 51,700. But bounce. Nice support too as well at 51,450. So Bitcoin is ranging now between 450 and 7. We're going to see how that plays out and where it goes. And but that's kind of the story here, morning glory. Now, a safe trader and someone who doesn't like a lot of risk would wait for this to break out and maybe on the 1 minute or the 5 retest 51.7 to get into the pump. An aggressive trader would enter right now, and an even safer trader or someone who's just not as interested but only wants the best maybe would wait for price action to come right back down here again to 51.450 just one last time, just in case. But only time will tell. But those are the scenarios, right? Those are the scenarios that are on the board. When we take a look here, you can see there's clearly more liquidity weight to the upside, right? A lot of liquidity to the upside. However, this liquidity did get added not too long from now at 50,000 and 49,000, right? Then there's 52,000 and 53,000. These two areas too, but a lot of liquidity right here. And then 55,000, which we haven't seen. Like, we haven't seen liquidity there ever, but it does suggest big red, right? I'm always worried about, I'm not worried, but I'm always concerned or focused on big red. Where is big red? Big red is at 52,000 even, which tells me we're likely going to get this trade. This trade takes us to 52.88. And look, it even gives us liquidity to 52.5 and into 52.88, all the way to 53,000. So 52.88 does say that it's possible based on what we see here for BOOKMAP. All right? Based on what I see here for BOOKMAP. And I can quit and bring back BOOKMAP on and off just to see. So, again, we're stuck on the 7-minute candle. Not much has happened here while I've been talking. We've been sitting at 51,600 for the last 10 minutes, really. Just pretty flat for Bitcoin. Do I enter a trade again? Let's take a look at what's happening and break it down. You can see things are a little more heavy on the perpetual right now than they've been. Saturday Night Lights. Okay. Now, look, that's a bit of almost a reverse Adam and Eve. Like, there's the Adam, there's the Eve. I've seen those play out many, many times to the upside. You know what? I'm willing to take a shot. So what I'm going to do is I'm already up on the day now, right? I'm up like 440 on the day. So I could take that $40 and risk it. Maybe even, risk it for the biscuit. I'd like to be below that 200 SMA. It does say I can get, let me see here. I do see a higher target here for Bitcoin. So there you have it. Could almost still make it. So this would be the trade. Now, low volume on a we went to 700. See? Man. So look, bang. And that means, remember, the 1 hour getting above the 200 SMA says we can pump too. So that's 53,078 is my target. Stop at 51,210. Don't get over cocky once you're winning. But like, I'll risk 130 for 720. You know what I mean? Why not? 49,140 is the liquidation. Using 1,100. You didn't open my position? Oh, I had it on limit because I limited in before, which I never do. But I remember that now. 53,078. And now price came down for me, which is awesome. 51,210. And I even reassess. Every moment is different. The moment has changed. Do I still want to make the decision? Let me look at the smaller time frames and see if there's anything against me for the day. All right. Take a look at our 7. Now, our 7's a little roofed. You see, roof mining, it's getting a little overbought there. Let me go my 1 hour, though. About to close above the 200 SMA. I'm going to take that. I like that. I'm going to take the trade on that, even though we're very overbought. And if we get rejected, we get rejected. So many times in my life, look, there was a fake out there. There was a fake out there. But many times, once we close a candle above the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame, like way back here, wow. Like right around here, if I just opened up a trade here with a decent stop loss, so money. That one worked out. That even if it's a scalp, it tends to play out pretty nicely too as well. So I'm looking at that as a very interesting concept. And that's a bullish engulfing as well. I like what I'm seeing here for Bitcoin. I'm going to enter the trade, right, on the bigger time frame ideals here. And look, I missed that that little entry. And I want to risk 140 for 466. And now the trade changes too because of that little moment in time. Now it's 175. I don't like trade ain't that great anymore, right? It's not. Shifts whenever, the risk reward ratio isn't amazing. Basically a 1 to 3, though. 1.28. I like it. 100 for 280. I'll take that. I'll take it. I'll take it. Now I'll add to this trade if it gets better. Bang. All right. And I'm basically trading the 1 hour 200 SMA. This is really what it's all about. We have to show continuation here now that we're above the 200. And usually you do. The bots eat this up alive. Now but it is Saturday. We have low liquidity. Anything could happen. That's how you make $3 real fast. Let's see. That's pie right there. Remember? 316. Who wants pie? Who's hungry? Get it? 316 pie? I don't know. I'm stupid. I know. Anyway, I'm always making jokes here. Sometimes, most of the time, they're not too funny. Am I funny? Yeah. My wife thinks I'm funny. So my wife said I'm funny. I don't know. Of course she thinks I'm funny, though, right? Like, she's never going to deny me a compliment. She loves me. She's a sweetheart. So this is what we're seeing here. A bit of a double bottom. Can we get the move? And there's really nothing else to talk about Bitcoin, right? That's it for tonight. That will take a few hours if that happens. If not, we get rejected. We lose this key level. And then we go further to the downside, right? So, and again, I could be wrong. We are hitting resistance. This is aggressive entry I made. Less risky is to wait for the breakout and the drop here. It is 9 p.m. It's time for bed for the kids. It is 9 p.m. Time for bed for the kids. Announcement for bed for the kids. No, they're not listening to mommy. Why are you listening to mommy? You look so cute with your little tan. All right, everybody. Being a dad during the live stream is hard, but somebody's got to do it. Don't. I had this bad dream that it could kill the... What if it gives us a premature child? Huh? I don't know, man. What if it damages the child? My wife thought that has that nasal spray, but it says not to use it. Does anyone know if nasal spray and pregnancy shouldn't be done, or have they ever heard of a story? You know what I mean? I don't want to jeopardize life. And it's probably fine. I'll probably be an overprotective, crazy, neurotic dude with a pregnant wife. But that's what happens when you're an overprotective dude with a pregnant wife. Right? Like, I stopped taking it. I did it once or twice. I said, I'm not going to do it again. That nasal spray, let me jump into the chat, see what the people are saying. Oh, wow, we got super chats. We got people. We got things going down. Happy birthday to Nick Ellegard. You're the man, dude. We love you. Hope you're having an awesome birthday today. Hope everything went your way, man. And thank you for coming back to the live stream. And thank you to your wife for being so supportive and being so special. Tell her she can write my wife an email whenever she wants. And I'm sure they will both really, really enjoy that. But just really appreciate one lifer to another, one lifer family to another lifer family. May God bless you and yours, man. Thank you so much. Can you look at JASMY? It attempted his second breakout. Thank you. Thanks for all you do, lifer. Hope you're enjoying your vacation. Can we take a look at NOIA, Sidgerby on the daily time frame? Yes, we will. Joker, NYC. Rob, can we look at IQ token, please? Been in a 5 for about 1 month. 44 to entry and up about 70% at the moment. Considering, but I don't see a huge pullback. Thoughts? Sometimes when I'm up big, I just take profits, wait for a bigger level to hit, and then get back in again. It all depends, though. You could miss out on huge gains. It all depends, man. You got to be able to kind of figure it out. It depends on how big you're up, where you're at in life, and if you can take a chance. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice, so I can't really give you the skinny on what to do, right? Can we look at CELR move? Shout out to Tori. We'll take a look at the CELR move. Shout out at the third super chat on the live stream from Jacob Sheets. Jacob, we love you. We appreciate you, and that's amazing. And shout out to Nick Ellegard, Jacob Sheets, Tori, White Knight Productions, Rob, Joker NYC, Mr. Kriegs, 007, and everybody that gave on the channel. We love you. We appreciate you. And we thank you. Unbelievable. Tori, thank you so much for donating $2. Unbelievable. So shout out to everyone that did this. Shouting you out, making sure that everyone sees your name and that you support the lifers. We love you. We're watching this bull flag. We would like to see it continue to the upside. It suggests that it may. Indicators, taking off. This flag breaks out 68% of the time and you have tight moving averages. Highly likely we do get the move to the upside. However, resistance. We must get back above 51,700, 51,008 to remain bullish. Period. 4 hours still has momentum. 1 hour is sketch. And the 7 of the 15 would have to pull us out and do a miracle, just like they did earlier today. Can we get the same type of move? It looks like we may. We just got the pump to the upside. Bitcoin at 51.77. They're starting to liquidate the shorts, baby. We just got the beautiful move. Sammy Price is back in the driver's seat. He's in the... Oh, wow. Only up a... Oh, yeah. I was about to be like, up $23 real fast. They're sending that on the Wi-Fi over here. But that's what we want. When you get above a 200 SMA in the 1 hour time frame, a likely follow-through comes. And now that you're above it and you close the 1 hour candle above it, I see a massive move up to 53,000. I really, really do. But anything is possible. I see a massive move up for 53,000. Makes me kind of want to double down a little bit here, you know, and just kind of double the ante here on this trade. Do I do that? Do I push the limits? All right, I won't double down, but maybe I'll half a double down on the 77s there. Look, when Bitcoin hit 77, I got for 77. That's nuts. You see that? 777s. Every time I show up and do something, the 777 show up. You guys seen it? It happens to me every time. You guys can't deny it. It happens every time I'm on the live. It happened this morning. It's just nuts. You saw them 777s, man. Stack, if you want to come out tonight and just kick it with me, I got to just pack and just hang out. We could chill for 2 hours. Just get like a drink on the thing. Come on out to the, we'll hang out for 2 hours. We'll just get like a couple like sodas and hang out. You know what I mean? I'm cool with that. I'm so cool with that if you want to come through. I feel I owe it to you to see you, man. I love you. You've done so much for me. I appreciate you, bro. I'm down if you're down. All I got to do is pack up all my stuff when we finish this live. Dude, Bitcoin flying to the upside when I double down. Unbelievable, right? I double down into the trade. I'm showing you how to be fearless. Up $50 immediately. We already pumped earlier this morning. When I show up, Bitcoin tends to squeeze. I mean, every time I show up, there's a short squeeze. Am I wrong? I mean, what is going on here? Like, I do this for a living, like making short squeeze. I just went out to dinner, happened to show up. Why does Bitcoin pump whenever I go live? Like, I find this nuts. I go live, Bitcoin pumps. How many times have you watched Bitcoin pump when I decide to go live? And I was late. The live was late. The live was late by half an hour. So you didn't get to, so thank God the live was late by half an hour because, right? Bitcoin runs whenever Sam's on. It really does, though. Like, it does all the time. I've seen this happen so many times. It's sickening. I don't understand why it happens all the time. Man, how do I get BingX? I'm in California, and lots of these trading platforms are blocked. Sounds like you don't have, just be relentless, man. Just be relentless. Don't take no for an answer. That's how you get BingX. Just don't take no for an answer till you figure it out. Shout out to everybody here on the live. God blessing your channel, man. Every time, God blessing the channel. Like, I don't know how he does this. We show up, we get a short squeeze. Like, just banging on them. Like, it happens like clockwork. And green candles galore. You get the moves. Look, here we go. 51.9 on the way to the massive short squeeze. God bless me. Thank you for the channel working, the internet working, BOOKMAP working. And again, when you come to my channel, you make, like, there's money to be made here. I don't play games with you people. Like, I show you how it's done. We get it done. We close shorts. We close longs. We make money. We have a blast. Like, every time. I totally agree. I've noticed it pumps when you were live. And I go live random times, 8 p.m., this time, that time. It's just truly insane. It's truly insane. Look at this massive pump here on the perpetual. That's beautiful. And I already gave you the call this morning, and there's proof of it. Like, there's a video proof of me giving you the call this morning. It's nuts. Anyway, people say, oh, you talk about yourself so much. It's like, I'm not talking about myself. All I do is this, and so I can't, it's hard to talk about the charts and tell you how I didn't give you the, anyway, the proof is in the pudding. There may or may not be a link in the description for Nord. I know, right? I hope everybody has an amazing day. Live life with happiness. This is one of the best streamers I've ever seen on YouTube, and I love it. Shout out to Drake Hobbs. Man, God bless you for saying that. God bless you for saying that. And how do we know it continues? We go to the 1 minute now, and we start looking at the smaller time frames. Looks like they went up too fast, and are going to have to come back down to the 21-day moving average, right? So I'll run to Bitcoin here. I'll take a look at my 1 minute time frame and see how the 1 minute's like overbought and likely coming back down. That tells me to take profits fast real quick, right? I could do this 5 times a day, 10 times a day, right? You already just saw me make $100. $100, and I've been live for what, like half an hour? But we've only traded for what, 10 to 20 minutes? I made $100, right? Now, is this trade going to continue? Chance. I like to, I lock in profits. Sometimes it's not the best, not the worst. It is what it is, right? The bigger trade says we continue because the 1 hour broke above the 200. So it says that, hey, and you can, and basically I can get into the trade again right now for the exact same parameters. Now I can continue to risk what I've had, right? Now it's a 2.26 risk-reward ratio, but I can bring this up a little because all I'm really going for is the fact that price stays above the 200 SMA. If it doesn't, then I don't care even if I get stopped out on a wick. I don't care. All I want is it to never go above it. That's the key of this trade. So we could do the same thing now, and then I could begin to risk what I just made, the 145. If I lose that, I break even for the night. It doesn't really matter, right? And MYRO to change this back to 435 now, which will change the settings of the trade. Now I'm going to risk 95 for 270. 3-to-1 risk-reward ratio. Wait for the pullback if I can get it. And I'm in. I'm still in. Back in the trade again. See where it goes, right? Now, if we flag out on the 1 minute, I'll double down or triple down. Let's see how this 1 minute plays out. We might even need the 30-second chart the way price action is going tonight. I'm being honest. It's getting pretty crazy. I had no idea. I was just doing a Saturday Night Live. I didn't know it was going to be hot and heavy like this, and I was going to be putting on a clinic like I usually do. But hey, this feels like a Monday morning, man, or Tuesday morning actually. We're hot and heavy right now for Bitcoin. 52,278 is the possible target here. Can we stay inside this flag to the upside? I got a 200. Let me add a 21 SMA here. 21 MA. Moving average. And then we add the 21. Hit the settings bar. Hit inputs. 21. Style. I like it bright white. I like it extra thick. This white line and price action the price action has to go sideways. The white line has to join it. If that happens, we're getting a move to the upside, very, very likely. If we drop out of this and drop to it, we got to wait for some other type of falling wedge pattern to kind of play out, and it suggests that we're not getting this beautiful flag. If you took the trade from today, you're in the gains. I bought $4,000 worth of Bitcoin this morning. I did. Because you guys saw me, I ship the Bitcoin off. Every time I get a Bitcoin, I ship another one off. I got more Bitcoin. I'm buying more Bitcoin on MEXC. Where do I buy my Bitcoin? On MEXC. MEXC.com is the place to be. All right? It is. All right? Zero spot maker and taker fees. And if you want to join with my links, hook me up with a referral, MEXC.com. Hit the link right here. If you want to get the trade that I made today and see exactly how I made it, I actually gave far more details about the trade, how to execute the trade, what to watch for, and then slight details throughout the day. Join the trading group. I'm telling you right now, CryptoLifer.com. We make it so simple. It's all here in the pinned comment. Jump on into CryptoLifer.com today. Hit that link. Get the education you deserve. Learn to trade. Join today. All right? Join today. Do what makes you a better educated person. Education is the only thing that's going to change what you're doing now and give you something different than what you've been doing, right? Shout out to CryptoLifer.com. Check us out. If you do scroll up, you will be opted in also into the newsletter, which is awesome right there. Put your email address, hit consent, and you'll be opted into the newsletter twice a week. You get an awesome bang-up job newsletter breaking down what we talked about, the weeklies, the ins and outs, and a lot of awesome stuff. So pay attention and stay around for that. That will blow your mind. So right now you're looking for some type of flag here. You don't want a breakdown. You get a breakdown, then you're falling. It's already looking uglier. It would have looked better had we not made this dump already, right? Doesn't mean it's horrible. We could make it a flag like this, and that's okay. What you don't want price action to do is price action break below 51.7. And remember, Saturday night is very volatile. Be very careful. In and out. See, I've been sniping in and out, and see, I'm risking kind of what I just grabbed, like not my initial bag for today, too. This is a kind of play money at the end of the day. I already made the bigger trade. I just want to add the butter to the bread if possible. If not, okay. No emotions needed on these. Saturday Night Live tonight, my wife had our baby yesterday. Today, we are finally home. I have her burping and listening to the best teacher in the game here. God bless you, man. I'm so happy you have a baby with your wife. Bringing my baby. My wife is pregnant right now. I'll be bringing a baby home in July. I'm 41 years old. It's like what 25 and 26-year-old people do, 30, whatever. But to be 41, bringing home a baby, I feel so blessed. I got a 9-year-old, a 3-year-old. My 3-year-old turns 3 in a week. And then we'll have the baby. When people ask me, I'll have 3 kids. I can't believe I'm going to be a dad with 3 kids, man. So we're watching Bitcoin here on the 1 minute. I'm not going to break down the bigger time frames like I did earlier today. But, you guys already saw all my sauce on the bigger time frames. What's going on? What's happening? What's in? What's out? You already could have made a scalp trade tonight, too, as well. You don't have to continue like I am and just overtrade. Take it easy. Remember, I even said I wasn't going to trade, and then I traded immediately. I never know when I'm going to trade. The charts tell me. That's why I can never say whether I'm going to trade or not, because it's all on what the chart. If I see a trade that the charts convey to me is going to do it, then I do it. So I can't use my emotions. I don't know what it's not what I think. It's whatever the charts tell me is likely going to happen. So JASMY came back down to 2-1 and pumped all the way back up here. But what is happening for JASMY? Well, what I looked at it was like this. It's really extended on the big time frames. You have to remember the 3-day needs to come back down to that 21. Man, on the smaller time frame says it can consolidate though. So you watch these two patterns. Kind of suggests that it's not doing the falling wedge, but it still could do something like so. No guarantees yet exactly to what's happening. This is, and you'd be like, what is he doing? It's a twisted sister. It's two patterns that you make at the same time because you're not sure where price is going. If you're a know-it-all and you know where price is going, then you don't do this. But if you're an open-minded person that believes you don't know it all and that anything is possible, you do this because this gives you two scenarios that price action could take. Price action could either do this, go sideways, and if it does that, there's such a high probability you're going to win the trade if you enter right in here. Or price action is going to do something like this, and then you enter here between the 618, and that's a high probability you bought that coordinated low. So if you know your Fibonacci's, if you know your support or resistance, if you know how patterns form, you can project both of these ideas and then take whichever one pans out. It's such a great way to trade. I've been doing it for years now. I teach my students the Twisted Sister. Stack Change understands it very, very well. A lot of people that have been watching me for a long time understand I have all my own things. They call me Sammy Cup and Handy. I have ascending cup and handles. I have half a cup of handles. I even have descending cup and handles. All right. I have the Twisted Sister. I have terms you've never heard any other technical analyst, but you also never heard someone called Sammy Cup and Handy. All right. Just saying. So that's what I would be looking at for JASMY. Does it continue to pump and just fly to the upside? Anything is possible. It could definitely happen. The 4 hour still does have some momentum, and maybe you do just fly out to the sky, right? The next target I do see happening is 2.8 though. All right. Let's look at NOIA. Syntropy for NOIA. Hot coin, known to move. Hold on 1 second. I got to just clear my nose, and I'm not going to Okay, apologize for that. Thank you for jumping back in with me there. Okay, and how many beautiful souls do we have here on this wonderful live? 879 people, 281 likes, $51.80 in chat revenue on this. And this also is a holiday week, right? A lot of people had their kids off. Who here had their kids off of school? My kids were off of school this week. Awesome trip to Florida. I just posted that. Render Sammy Cup and Handy. Amazing. I have a command that takes 20 milliseconds to complete inside a multi-order. I can ping like HEF2 and stand in front of the bot. It's amazing. I can ping like high frame time, like high frequency trading, and stand in front of the bot. Can you email me and tell me how to do that? What about Sandy Cup of Handy? You're funny. Yeah, closed all the trades. Thanks for the gains. Thank you, Sam. Beautiful live. Thank you. Amen. Move to Florida, lifer. We want you here. I'm coming. I'm moving to Florida, man. And I'm going to hang out with y'all all the time. It's going to be awesome. I love y'all. It's the place to be. It's where the cool people go, man. I'm telling you, where all the good people go. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Where all the good people go. I love Jack Johnson, you know. A lot of his songs sound the same, but I still like him. Was that rude? I don't know. But he's awesome. Like, I'm actually going to listen to some Jack Johnson tonight after the stream. Where all the good people go. Oh, oh. Oh, oh. Where all the good people go. All right, so this thing has been so hot, I wouldn't be surprised if it considers itself to just go even more parabolic. Like, it's just been on this absolute tear. The bigger time frames probably suggest that it has to dump in your face, though. I mean, look at that 21. You're just too far away for the 21. You could continue to pump, I guess. In my lifetime, though, I mean, that's so extended on your daily. But there's just so much going on. So I would watch this closely. I personally would have to take profits on it. And even if it pumped up here, there has to be a bigger retracement at one point in time, right? You could almost straighten this out a little bit more. See, it's got some descending triangle vibes now. You see it? That goes up and down like this, and then there's a chance you're going to get that move. At 33.5468, you see? That's what we're looking for. That's what we want. All right. Bang. And then a resistance here too. Right at about 22.9. So it could happen. It's high risk at this point. I don't like to chase things that are extended like this. I'd either be in it in the long haul or trying to scalp. And scalps are just far better when the thing hasn't pumped up like out of control, right? Hey, bro, is IQ going to the freaking moon? Let's celebrate the third super chat on a live stream. Shout out to James S. for the Canadian $2, man. If you come to Florida, Sarasota Memorial, a great hospital, have a baby, great care, and they specialize in childbirth. Much recommended. Interesting. We could have our kid in Florida, babe. What do you think? Or she went to sleep. Live, you need to build an overlander camper and travel the country with the fam. Let's do it, man. I'm ready to do it. I think that'll be awesome, and we'll meet all the lifers around the world. Thank you, all the good and the tough times. Make me feel amazing every day. I get up with a lifer. God bless you, Sammy. Tax-free gains in Dubai. I know. Don't make me jealous, man. Don't make me jealous. Let's take a look at IQ token. My man says, is IQ going to continue? IQ on Binance. Where else can you find this silly puppy? On Bybit. Oh, no. There we go. It is on MEXC. Everpedia. Ripped to the upside from half a penny all the way to almost a penny. So it did great. Looks like is this the coin? Not really sure if I like this. I'm going to switch up the music. I'm getting some issues on connection seems good though. Hold on, let me switch up this music. This music is horrible. No, I'm moving to Florida. I am moving to Florida. You guys, this is my only qualm with moving to Florida. I'm going to give you guys my only problem with moving to Florida is when they change. You guys get out of school. You guys start school in August. See, there's these 2 weeks in the vineyard. I like to go to Martha's Vineyard for 3 months a year. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life. Spend 3 months a year in the vineyard and spend 7 months here in Florida and then travel throughout, and then just travel throughout the, go to all the conferences, meet people, and just have fun for the next 10 years. That's what I plan on doing. Doing the channel. I'm so super excited, right? And I want to spend, and that's the goal, right? That's the goal. Spend 8 to 9 months in Florida, spend 3 months up in the East Coast when Florida gets too hot. And bang, right? But why do you guys in Florida start school on August 10th? That threw a wrench in all my plans. I was like, what the, like, why do, because my favorite weekend is the fair in Martha's Vineyard. And it's the 17th, 18th, 19th, and 20th, usually every year. And they have fireworks in the fair. They get all the money throughout the year, and we have these big fireworks in August. And it's just really special. And August is such a beautiful month in the vineyard. And it's really nice. And I want to spend June, July, and August there. But now that her school would start on the 10th, and it just, why did you guys have to do that? It's the only thing that's getting me a bit pissed about moving to Florida now. Not pissed, but I'm never pissed. You know what I mean, though? It's just like, why now? So, no eat, no pay, baby. So, look, previous support becomes resistance. Definitely a brand new coin. Continue to dump. See how that one hour has momentum. I feel like it broke out, though. Look at this. Yeah, so it almost wicked. It broke out. So now you're looking for a flag on, like, the 7. So here, it Twisted Sister yet again. You could make it further down. We don't know exactly, but wait for this flag to touch the 21. Use the 7-minute as the continuation pattern, because that's going to be, if we do have a huge pump, the 7-minute has to make a, if we have a huge pump, the 7-minute will have to make a flag at one point, and that will be the entry. For every pump of any asset in the entire world, no matter how big the pump was, there was some type of continuation pattern on the 7-minute that got you into the pump. It just is how it is. It's amazing, but that's how it is. So I'd be looking for something like that for IQ. Next bigger target would just be a scalp, and then that next resistance is 01184. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I hate California politics, but sure do love my beach weather year round. Amen. CELR, CASPA, MATIC, SEI, Karate, and Welsh. We'll take a look at that. Bitcoin got the pump to the upside. Look at this. Out that flag. Bang, bang, bang. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We're still in that trade. We'll see what happens. This should be up higher now when we get this. See my network? Because my Wi-Fi is horrible right now. My network's stable, though. I'm stable now. I'm stable now. Oh, we're battling. Because I got in there. We went down. They stop hunted. Came back up again on the pump. Very, very interesting. Looks like it made double top here. And we juggling Bitcoin and these altcoins together. No more super chats, please. I got a pack tonight. My back hurts. I can't wait to get back to the stand-up desk. Florida changes school start times every other year because of the hurricanes. It switches up if they miss time during the year. So if you don't like the start time, wait. It'll change again. You're funny. COTI is pumping hard. Yeah, because it's privacy and MYRO. And then a lot of big YouTubers were kind of, they pumped it by saying it's going to pump, Shout out to TMG, bro. You just got to love how he works it. But look, rising wedges break up 68% of the time. COTI was in a rising wedge. You see that? About to break up and make gains. Looks like we had some ideas on COTI. Oh, so look, I had this for COTI. All right. And even said waiting for price to get to the trend line. And price was here. I wanted to come to the trend line. It hit. That would give you your perfect entry. I do this all the time. I did it even today on Bitcoin, right? And then boom. I saw 85% and it just continued. That's insanity. And then again, you could have found the smaller time frame 7-minute, which gave you the continuation rising wedge. Right? And then how you find out where you're going to go, you just take the length of your pole back to your 21 and that's like it, and then you're likely to stop here and pull back again to the 21 if you are going to pump again. And eventually you'll get a big bearish div and you'll start to collapse. But wow, COTI for gains. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Wow, so Bitcoin just did a retest. Pump back up. 51,792 now. Very, very interesting turn of events here for Bitcoin. Let's take a look at that 1 minute and see what's happening here. Bit of an inverted head and shoulders, something brewing here. And now we're kind of starting to form yet another pattern here that's looking pretty promising for Bitcoin. More of a consolidation, more of a bounce off previous support or resistance, SR flipping in a bit of a way. Somewhat of a double top, right? Definitely an M pattern here that could, so this could be an M right now. So right now we have to consider this yes and M. So we have to say there's more of a chance we're going to dump. But the second this turns here and negates it, it's cool because we not only do we negate the M, so once we negate an M, we know that there's more likelihood of some type of bullish movement here for Bitcoin. All right. Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Did you get that keyword? SEO, Bitcoin? Bitcoin. Bitcoin. We talk about Bitcoin. Live trading, live trading, live trading, live trading Bitcoin. Live trading, live trading, live trading Bitcoin. Live trading Bitcoin. We live trade Bitcoin. Bitcoin, live trading. Live trading for Bitcoin. Live trading for Bitcoin. Okay, I'm done doing SEO. But so look, 1 minute needs to come on down. You want to see the 1 minute Stokes reset without losing the pattern. If they do that, you have a chance of this pumping back up to 52,287. That's my target for the trade. Kind of cool if as I'm cleaning up tonight, I'm able to make that trade. All right. But you never know. Give me something fun to do while I'm cleaning up my act and getting ready for my flight tomorrow morning. My flight's at 8:30 in the morning. We got to be at the airport by 6. Got to be up about like 5:45, you know. Bright and early, baby. It was a beautiful trip, everybody. I got here on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and today. All I needed was a few days. I didn't get a really hot beach day where I got to go in and out of the water all day. I didn't get one of those. It was okay. I'm not complaining. But the last time I was here, it was November. I got like perfect days. It was a little cooler here, you know. 74 degrees and partly cloudy a couple of days. One day it wasn't even really worth going to the beach. It was kind of like windy. Today the beginning was windy and then it got nicer towards the end. But then I went to my sister to a flamingo park and then I got stuck in an Uber for like an hour trying to get back to Hollywood. And then by the time I got to back here, my daughter had to go to the bathroom. And I finally got to the beach. It was like 3 o'clock. What me and my daughter did do, though, is we watched feet volleyball. They kick the volleyball with their feet. Amazing sport. I'm into it. I think it's awesome. And I saw an all-girls, group play each other. And then they said, can someone come and, does someone want to volunteer and serve? And Summer put her hand up, and she went out in front of like 100 people. And they gave her 3 tries, and she didn't hit it over the net, but one of her kicks was so strong, and it was big, and the whole crowd went, oh! And I was just so proud of my daughter that she stood up in front of all those people, and she wasn't afraid. You know what I mean? You know how many kids wouldn't have done that at 9 years old? She didn't give a dang. She was out there in Hollywood, Florida. They were like, Summer from Boston! And I was so proud, man. I almost shed a tear. So today was a blessing. Like, I got to hang out with my family, and I made over $400 trading. And I got to be with each and every one of you on 2 live streams, and I'm on vacation, and I got to go to the beach. And I proved to you guys that you can do anything you want with your life. You can have your cake and you eat it too if you stay disciplined. I was disciplined this morning. I woke up and I got into the charts. I stayed into what I'm doing, right? I was disciplined. I do what I always do. This M looks like it is going to come down. See, once you break this pattern, and it looks like it's going to drop on me. But we'll see. No, only time will tell. That's why I either get stopped out or I don't. And if I get stopped out, so be it. It's okay. I'm not risking too much. You get it? I can't get wrecked, as these people say all the time. All right, let's get back into the super chats. Let's take a look at CELR, Caspa, and MATIC. MATIC pumping back above $1. I own a lot of MATIC. I've had for a long time. I never gave up on it. Always believe it. Always believe in my MATIC, baby. I never gave up on MATIC. I wanted to many times, but I never did. I just didn't give in to the fear. CELR finally getting the pumpage to the upside. I tell you what, my mind would have seen it because I would have just put it in this tight pennant and showed you that the moving averages were getting tight. Very similar to me. Whenever I see 2 lines getting close with the moving averages, pump's coming, right? Let's take a look at the bigger time frame, though. Looks like I had something going. Look, I had the cup and handle for this. My target for CELR is at 3 cents. It bounced off the 618 golden pocket. There's your Sammy cup and handy. That's why Tori, how long have you been coming to the live? Right? This guy, Tori, asked about CELR how long have you been coming to the live, Tori? Are you still out there? I just want you to prove a point to the people. Because he's been watching the live stream for a long, long time, right? Shout out to Ross Carlson for the $4.99. Johnny, the Rocky Mountains have been very mild. Little snow, 60s today. Guess the weather mountains, guys. They've given our areas the bad weather. Dang, leaving already. Thought you were going to be here for 2 weeks. I was going to pick the new 7-seater SUV on Monday. Then come see you guys. Oh, that's dope, man. Nah, just a couple days. I can't do no 2 weeks. I can't do 2 weeks, man. I can't. Bro hair, been here since 2022. Amen. But Tori always asks about CELR. And look, the last time he asked, we drew a cup and handle, and I told him it was likely going up to 3 cents. And it's on its way. Look at that plow. Once it gets above this resistance, it's gone. Once it gets above there, I'd look for a flag anywhere above this line at 24573, and this thing's gone. It's gone. Absolutely gone. And let's talk about the fan funding. We got Ross Carlson. Can you check Welsh? We will. Can you look at SEI? Yes. I recently found you. Thank you, brother. My girlfriend and I catch your live every morning for the last 2 weeks. You're the man. Shout out to Brian Herzig. We love you. You and your girl are awesome. Make babies. Have fun. Maximo Pascal. Can you check karate, please? Yep. Sam, can you please check MATIC? Also, you versus Jordan Cameron, the next fight. Call it the Boston Massacre. Oh, my gosh. Let's celebrate the first Super Chat on a live stream. Shout out to Drake Hobes. Can you take a look at Casper, please, Lifer? Yes. Safe trip, my G. We got to plan something next time. The CELR move. And Nick Ellegard, happy birthday yet again. We love you. Jacob Sheets, thank you for your live streams. White Knight Productions, Rob. Wow, Joker NYC. Mr. Craig's 007. Unbelievable. You people are unbelievable. I just can't believe it. $69.44 in chat revenue. Let's get the likes up to the watches, though, really. 866 people. You don't like what you're seeing here? You're not having fun? You're not into this, but you want to watch? Send a like if you're into this and you want to keep it moving. I see Hook. I'm in Hook Protocol. Only a matter of time. It gets up to 165. I'm personally in it. I'll make that clear. I got in at the very bottom down here, and I've been holding it for months, like 2 months. I see Hook making gains, though, not too long from now. Hook Protocol, baby. Ooh, ooh. That's that song, right? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Huh? No, 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 no. It almost has a, is it too late to say sorry? It's not perfect, though, but it's got, woo, woo. So, yeah, Hook on my radar. Okay. I reloaded. All-time high. Shout out to my man, After Hours Investing. BitBoy is calling. What are you? You guys are crazy, man. Are you serious? He says BitBoy is calling. Hold on, I love what you got. BitBoy is calling for a new 21st century thriller in Manila. Mike Tyson may take him up on it. You're funny, man. Or would Jordan use his Snapchat filters during the fight? You're funny. Super chats, Caspa and MATIC in SEI. Let's take a look at our baby Caspa. Pulling back hard. If you were up big, you might have taken a beat down. You're like, oh, but don't cry. You hit an all-time high. Just be happy that you did that. Every time you hit another one, just be so happy that you continued. And look, I like what I'm seeing here for Casper right now. Bitcoin looks like it's relentless. Altcoins look like a bigger move is coming. I told you that the altcoins are above that 200 SMA on the 5-day. That tells me that we're good to go. A big pump is coming. We can buy them blind right now. And again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm going to buy them blind because we're above the 5-day 200 SMA on total 3. As long as we're doing that, I'm going to buy altcoins blind. Like, I'm just, or I'm going to keep my positions. I'm not going to sell I'm not taking profits. When total 3 is above, look at this. And I went over this the other day, and we should clip that out, everybody. Team, we should clip that out. When I talk about the 5-day 200 SMA, I did it, I think, yesterday. I might have done it this morning. Did I do it this morning? Or the day before? I do so much TA, I can't remember, but we need to clip that out. I backtest why alt season, and you can say why that, crypto, you could say chart analysts with data for alt, big data for how to find alt season, right? But anyway, look at Bitcoin. And you can look at any asset. We'll look at Bitcoin for now, but you can look at any asset in the world that you want on the 5-day chart. And once you get above the 5-day 200 SMA, it's fireworks. So right here, once we breach the 5-day 200 SMA, a little bit of red, you hang out, but you're gone. That's your bottom for your next big move. So then you take that, and then I backtested all the assets, and I showed you how this happens on every asset in the world, not just Bitcoin. I showed you Walmart. I showed you gold. I showed you the Dow Jones. I went through so many different things and showed you the 5-day, the 5-day, the 5-day, right? And the 200 SMA. So then I said, well, then we go to total, and this is how we can figure out where the alt season is. And I've been saying this now every single day. I'm the only guy doing this. I've never heard anyone else tell you alt season is when you get above the 5-day 200 SMA, but you can clearly see my reasoning for it. And this tells me that we're going to pump to the upside. We're just getting started right now on the altcoins. I'm loading up. We just broke above this resistance and this resistance. Okay, if we lose this one and this one, I'll consider maybe backing out and tethering up again. But until we lose literally 516 billion or this 200 SMA, I have to remain bullish for Bitcoin. It still kind of looks like a giant cup and handle for me, and my target is $733 billion for the altcoins until we get our next big major pullback, in my humble opinion. I could be wrong, but I'm going to buy, like, this is the facts because the data is presenting it to me, and I have to make a decision, and I have to make a move. Wow, nice timing on the music there. Unbelievable. I don't know how the music does that, as if we had it all set. Because we do. Bang, bang, bang. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. I hope you like the energy. I hope you like the music. I hope you like the vibe. Thank you so much for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you. Get that money. Why? Because if you're a family man, get that money. For your kids, for your wife. Right? Grind for theirs so they can grind for you, baby. Teach your kids what it is to have work ethic, discipline, focus. It'll rub off on them if you show them every day that you care, that you want it more than everybody else, that you grind for it. Man, your wife will love you. Your kids will love you. You'll be able to provide so much for your kids. You never have to say no to your kids. It's a good and a bad thing, right? I like Dan Pena. Every kid should grow up poor. That's the best thing that can ever happen to you, is to grow up poor. So you actually, they say, everyone thinks all the millionaires in the world and in America are, their mommy and daddy. They say 80 to 90. I think some statistic about 80% of multimillionaires right now are self-made. 80% of millionaires right now are self-made. I know that to be 100% true. I'm self-made. You'll be self-made. Most of you, some people, there's millionaire self-mades in my trading group, people that have made millions of dollars. So I'm watching Casper make this beautiful flag. Next target is 27 cents. And I wouldn't be surprised if we seen 27 cents somewhere by June. So hold on to your hats for Casper. I do see a bit of bearish div. We could get a pullback. If we do get a pullback, I'd be looking for that 618 Fibonacci. We'll see how this plays out. Same thing with Casper. Starts to do this more, I'm loading up in here. Comes back down here, I'm loading up right there. Such a simple way to trade, everybody. It doesn't happen perfectly this way every time. But you'd be surprised, like, what if 30% it does? Then you only take the 30% of the trades that do this perfectly. Or you can at least figure out more about the trade than you need, than most people can. And you'll be able to be ahead of them because once you fill this out, you delete that, you already have the pattern. They're trying to still figure out what the pattern is. You're a step ahead. You're a step ahead. By projecting the patterns, you're already there. Okay? I'll teach you my crazy stuff. What I like is no one can teach, everyone can show you TA, and you have to know TA to run with me, but we do it on another level here. We really do. And we go over so many different ideas and coins. You can see look, I gave you this inverted head and shoulder for MATIC. I even gave you this little flag, and I said MATIC's going to 95. I called it here. Never went lower than the right shoulder if you got in. And your stop should have been in this resistance anyway if you got in this right shoulder. So that never would have got stopped out. And there's MATIC at 99. And now it's in another inverted head and shoulder. And you got low volume on the weekend, and you're getting tight. It tells me that MATIC's likely going to continue to pump here to the upside. And DeFi's getting hot. People are getting into MATIC now, buying little coins. Now it's really starting to run. My next big target for MATIC is 139. I own MATIC right now. I'm in it. I've held it for a long, long time. And I see MATIC going to 128. All right? Not too long from now, I am bullish on Mr. MATIC. And there's a call for MATIC right there to 95. We nailed it. MATIC out of the inverted head and shoulder and the falling wedge. And I even have like a trend line drawn here that you can see we respected at that inverted head and shoulder. I called this pump to 95. I didn't call it, but I revealed the inverted called the pump. I just revealed the technical analysis that got you to the next level. SEI. My thing is I really like this coin. But I don't want to overpay for it. But yet every time I'm trying to scalp, we kind of seem to get a bit of a bounce here. And the whole market looks like, hey, I'm hot right now. You may not be able to get me any cheaper, right? I look at the 3-day chart. Can't get a lot of information. The 2-day chart says you're coming back, but it's going sideways. Same scenario here then too. Like, could we get this bounce back up and make it some type of ascending triangle? Or are we going to make a dump? That would be weird even. That pattern like this. It would almost make it feel like it would be something more like this, but pretty awkward, you know, price action. Look at our 22. It's a go-to time frame, and that thing wants to pump. And then it makes me want to do this. And then we know what's brewing, right? Rising wedges do what? They break out parabolically. And we could just get SEI, just some type of news comes out. So show me the charts and I'll show you the news. But this is conveying that there's going to be a massive pump to the upside here for SEI. Remember, I do this for 1,000 days. I've watched so many more assets than most of the YouTubers that you watch. I've covered more assets, right? I've gone over so many coins. And that means when I show you something, it's because my subconscious mind is replaying it from my own mind. Like, this is a memory form. I've seen this happen many times in many coins. 22 hours curving to the upside aggressively. This looks like there's going to be a pump for SEI. A massive one. It really does. I see a pretty big move coming for SEI. Interesting. Bitcoin kind of fell down. Not doing too much right now. And remember, that's a very, very aggressive move for SEI. And there is a little bit of bearish div, but like we had all this time to pull back now. And now we're bouncing back up again. Very interesting times to be alive, in my humble opinion, for SEI. SEI is going to be hot. I think it could 30x even from here. I wouldn't be surprised you got a $30 SEI. Remember, Cake went from 44 cents to 60 cents to for $40. And Cake, you know, SEI could be quicker, faster, and have even more protocol action going for it. It's a big deal. Definitely something to think about here. All right, SEI. You know, I want 10 grand of it. I'm going to be buying 3 grand of a piece starting now. I'm not waiting anymore. I'm going to buy my first 3 grand right now of SEI. I decided I want 10 grand of it, and I want 3 grand a piece. I'll buy $32.50 right now on market blind, and I'm going to keep adding to my SEI. Bang! All right, my first order in there. I really like the project. I want in on it. I don't want to miss out anymore. You know, if it comes back up, comes back down, I get in again. If it breaks out, retest, I get in again. If it drops down here, I get in here. If it drops here, I get in. I still got 2 more $3,000 positions to back up my last one. That's how I'm going to build my SEI bag. And I'm going to be patient, and I'm going to play it right. All right? Home market looking really, really interesting, I'll be honest. Pangolin continue to bang. We got AGI. Dude, is AGI just, what the heck, man? AGI just does not stop. Up again. I've never seen anything like this. Like, makes it, is AITECH up again too? I mean, not pulling back too shabby, you know. Not pulling back too hard. Waiting for this to flag, but dang, man, you know. ZEGX, Goss AI got banged on. Celtics at the Knicks right now, 62-58 at halftime. You gotta love that, right? Dude, Ben Armstrong took it to the house last night, man. I love come on, man. He banged on him, bro. He banged on him. Like, you can't say anything. Look, he banged on him like this. Let's go. I would have been out there with the traps. I'll be honest, man. My wife's so pissed. She's like, you're different now. You don't want to fight. You don't want to do. And I was like, man. She's like, you're this guy now. This is who you are now. She's like, you're not a fighter anymore. You're a nerd. You're an online nerd now. Look, is that really me? Like, it's so crazy, man. So what happens when you trade for a living every single day of your life and you drink a lot of water, right? Did you touch that up? Like, Drinking a lot of water, man. Working out. Frankie Legend, man, you're funny, brother. Prometheus, I love you, bro. So many cool people, man. Big vibing in the shade, man. I got so many cool wishes. That's funny, man. You funny. And then look, he put this out last night again.
Who actually took an Uber to the airport to come here, and then he realized his wife is 18 months pregnant. He thought better of it, so I'm going to mail it to it. But let's have a big round of applause for Crypto Lifer Sam Price.
It's crazy, man, to know that like my name was mentioned in Las Vegas and I couldn't even go. Like, but I'm not, just not life, man. My wife had serious, sick nausea from birth, birth nausea. What are they? I don't know. Morning sickness. Sorry. But, man, he reposted that again, man. He's such an awesome guy, and, Adam, man, I just want to let you know if you're listening or if anyone knows him or sends him this clip, because I know I talk a lot. Not everyone gets all the clips that I put out, but this guy's one of the nicest people in the industry. I met him at Decentral Miami about a year or 2 years ago now almost. And he's just super nice to me. Like, he noticed something about me at the beginning. We started talking. I was eyeing the John McAfee belt. Somehow, days later, he gave it to me. Next thing you know, we forged a friendship. One night, he had to sleep in my hotel room, on the couch. Don't be weird. But I trusted him. He came through. We hooked it up. Just a nice dude, man. And and just, dude, look at Ben though. Like, what can I say? He's still here. Giving you what you. Like it was a battle, man. It was worth watching too. You got to admit, man, Ben makes good TV, bro. Like, it was hot, but and there's my man Loudmouth, and there's Adam Charles, his girl. I met this guy Doug. He kept giving me his number, trying to hang out with me. Seems like a really nice dude. I met him at Decentral Miami too as well. This is crazy here. He this fight was supposed to be awesome, but I guess he got poked. This guy got poked in the eye somehow. He was gonna that looked like that was gonna be one of the better fights of the night too. And then something ended out of nowhere. But Adam's one of my great friends, man, and a great guy. He really runs things behind the scenes too. He knows a lot of people. He gets things done. Look at this. Ben cracked that dude. That was it. When he was like, when he had the face on right here, you gotta love this. You gotta love this. Hold up. Huh? Yo, come on, crack that. Yo. Anyway, I know I'm all about love, light, and happiness, but I did grow up in Boston, man. There's that little viciousness to me, but man, that brought it out, the fighting and all the craziness, but unbelievable. Weird music. Anyway, insane. I know I'm on a tangent right now, but it was crazy, right? Like, am I the only one that just, you know what I mean? Super chats, XNA, Karate, Welsh, Data, SXX, and Hanglin. I said I wasn't taking any more super chats, bro, and you guys still put them on. You know what I mean? I can't do more super chats, everyone. I gotta leave. I did say it already, though. No more super chats. Just for tonight, I have to leave. And you can't get mad. I sent it in, but I can't be up all night. I gotta start packing. I gave you guys a live Bitcoin trade, 2 today, and I gave you 1 this morning. I made y'all money today already. I mean, if you got the education and you took the trades, I already made you gains. All right, I've done enough. Why, I just can't get music that, to be somewhat consistent. Dude, I like XNA continuing in the flag. It pumped like we thought it would. And it's in another flag. Back to 33. Doing damage cheese. Look for this flag to kick it. 22 hours says more momentum is coming to the upside. So I like what I'm seeing here. This could get a nice move here to this area, right? Zeta to me is a long-term hold that can do damage. I wouldn't be looking at these things as quick profit takers. These are brand new coins with big aspirations, and they have the tools and the data sets to get there. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw Zeta Chain somewhere in the $6-7 region, like in a couple months. You know, I know that's crazy to me, but that's just, I see this thing moving. I really do. And I'm in it. I own it. I got in down here at the lows. Anything could happen, but it could drop to zero. I like what I'm seeing for Zeta. And conservatively, the next big move to me is about $4.26. It just has, you know, because it can bridge Bitcoin to Ethereum, because it can do numbers, man. The thing's unbelievable. All right. I cannot believe this coin, Delicium. Like, it was awesome at 4 cents. It's already up I just can't believe it's up a 7x. A 7x. 7x already since the 6th of February. 18 days. Man. Insanity. So I looked at XNA and Zeta. We got through those. XAI. I still hold this coin. I don't know what it is. Something tells me this thing could bang. And I got in at the super lows. And this thing, yeah, it's resetting on the 12-hour. But as long as that 12-hour resets, and we have some space here to make a bigger flag, and you have like 5 or 6, you still have 36 hours, even maybe 48 hours, you know, maybe even 3 to 5 12-hour candles could fit in there. I see this thing going. This thing is just getting started. This could do an AITECH. This could do what we saw a lot of these other coins doing. It's an ascending cup and handle where the cup has a higher edge than the right edge is higher than the lower left edge, right? That's called descending because it's moving to the upside, right? So I call these ascending cup and handles. If they're even sharper, I call them a half a cup and handle. It has a pretty vicious measured move. It's the length of this. And then squared away in which the trajectory of price action is going. And it tells you can get easily to like 272. And so I see this thing skyrocketing. And again, I own it. But I don't just, if it was going to dump, I would tell you it's going to dump too. It does have to get above the resistance to remain bullish. If you can't get back above 145, you're likely going to dump. So that's a key level that we have to pay attention to. That's something that we got to watch, you know? All right. I don't know what he was doing there. My first live show was June 9th, 2021. Who remembers the bird? Oh, yeah. I mean, SHX... stronghold, you know, seems to want to do some numbers. Very interesting coin. I'll give you that. It banged on them. I couldn't really have access to it. I guess I could have got into Gate.io. It's excuses. But, you know, I personally don't have a Gate.io account. I wasn't going to go make one. But yeah, I see it bull flagging. That's a bull flag to me. And that's likely going to continue to pump. When you see a bull flag like this and the market's hot, you know, so that's the one thing of what I will do is I used to complain, you know, when I missed a pump, I used to think, eh. Now, instead of whining, right, I take advantage of the next pump and just go heavier. So say I would have put $5 grand here and I would have been up 50 grand. So I'll put 50 grand here and make 50 grand when it goes up 100. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I've been doing lately. If I do miss a coin, I put what I think I would have been up as much and then try to double that and then put it back in and walk away. It makes me feel a little better about missing the coin. It's my way of getting even with that coin that tried to get away from me, right? So I swing traded into glory. And that's my plan, and I'm sticking to it. I see this 22-hour just coming down a little bit more, bouncing off this channel. And again, it could easily collapse on the 618. I'm not saying you're guaranteed to pump. I don't know what's going to happen. But if we hold the level at 9.6, good chance this thing pumps. I'd put an alert here and watch for price action to hold 9.6. See, like, this isn't a signals group. This doesn't say buy SHX right now. It says I have no idea what XAS is going to do, but if I were going to get into it, this is how I would get into it. That's, I think, far more of something you want to take home for the rest of your life than just a signals group that tells you when to buy and sell. You want to be able to teach your kids how to buy and what's overbought and oversold. You want to be able to teach your family what you know, right? The 0.091952 support to hold. SHX is interesting to me. But yeah, we got to keep it above this level. The total three's got to continue in this motion to the upside, right? Oh, my carrot down. Let's take a look at MYRO getting some pump right now. MYRO, the people's coin, back in action. Remember, we even looked at AT&T that day when I was showing you the 5-day. I wanted to show you everything I could. Schooling you to the behavior. So remember, these are that when it falls out, falls back inside the falling wedge, but there's nothing better. It doesn't make any more sense unless you do this. This is how it makes the most sense. This is the broken pattern. The patterns of the broken patterns. That's the key. Kind of a double bottom here. Almost an Adam and Eve backwards. We ran this puppy up, and I never looked back. I never bought back into MYRO. The daily says you got a bit of a triple bottom here. Again, whenever I've nailed the coin, I don't go back into it. But just kind of like a rule of mine. Take a look at data. And I'll look at SHX, what makes it so hot. Maybe come up with something tomorrow or the next day. And, shout out to Dreamer, man. I think that fight would have went a lot longer. Sometimes you don't even get knocked out like the way you traditionally... Like, I felt like he didn't even get knocked out. Like, he just got stunned at a part of his body that kind of, like, caught him off guard, right? Which I guess is getting knocked out, right? But it's not like he got, hit with a sledgehammer in the head, though, I just felt like if he got hit in the side of the head and not in the chin, he would have kept going. This is almost an Adam and Eve that then broke out, right? I'd look for this to get tighter, and then it is technically making some type of parabolic move here. Looks interesting. Target for that is... You got to break above 7.5, and then you're ripping up to about 12. It's a nice move. So, I could see it happening. Okay. I think that's going to end it for the stream right now. Karate and Welsh, and then I'm done skis. It's funny how karate tanks, you know, the day of the show, right? It's kind of weird. It's like, but, you know, look, it broke the 21. Looks like karate's actually going to dump to the 618 Fibonacci level. It's almost like the event happened. They took profits on everybody. To me, whatever it is, I'm not going to say it, but, you know. But people took profits at the event. You know, it was a sell the news event, right? Buy the rumor, sell the news. People sold the news. The event happened, and you think, oh, it's going to pump because of the event, and people sold on that. So, and that's kind of a double top that's breaking down, which tells me, you know, now there's a chance you could consolidate here like so. But it's really telling me you're likely coming back down to the 618 Fibonacci level, right? That's what it's telling me. I could be wrong, but that's what I see happening. All right. I've been holding this coin for a long time, CSIX. And honestly, it's just getting ready for its bigger, in my mind, consolidation. And it's just getting ready for people to really understand what it is, for the product to really grow into fruition. And it's only a matter of time. I threw $1,800 in it. I still have about $1,800. It's been since November. So it's not, you know, it's been a long, when it first came out, I started getting in to see what would happen. And I see this making a pretty big move, and I see it making me 10 to 20x or possibly even more on the bull run. Carbon browser, super hot, you know, definitely up the right alley, does all the right things. You definitely want to, and again, now is the time. It's been months, but now I believe the charts are conveying to me that this is the time to start paying attention. Yo, I had great Peruvian food tonight. I had soltado. It was great. It was great. I tried to have the tres leches with my wife, but I couldn't do it. I don't like sweets like that. I can't. And I remember I had tres leches at that place the other time, and I couldn't stop eating it. But this time I couldn't eat it. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. So weird, man. But yeah, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And let's take a look at our baby Welsh. I got into this coin, remember, at the very beginning. I'm out now. I sold it all. I sold it when it hit this resistance. And you know what? It's a meme coin to me. Whenever I'm in a meme coin, like, yeah, we do TA. And it's funny. The TA somewhat does actually get respected. So look. Right? You know, what I see is I see two scenarios here. Possible right shoulder dump. It's a meme coin, so at any moment it can just go to zero. You just have to know that. They don't. I'm not saying it can, but I just, you know, people put too much faith in these little coins. Again, I sold it, so I'll probably be sour, but I'm not that sour, trust me. It would have been an extra couple grand. I'm not that pissed. But, you know, look for this to consolidate. If it consolidates, you have yourself a chance here. So it's likely going to come down. Look for it to bounce. And if you get one or two bounces, even one and a bounce here, and you start in, it's a chance you get the move. But if you come here and you barely retest, I would short it. So it's a matter of time. It's gonna happen when it gets into this area. The measure move, at least there, takes you back, and you're getting close to that penny. All right, for Welsh. Bitcoin tanked, right? Look at that. Back to 500. Oh, that sucks. Tank City right there. That's why Saturday nights are sketchy. I'll be honest. In and out on a Saturday night. Always use a stop. Risk what you're willing to lose. Don't go too hard. You know? I can't believe we made what we made today on a Saturday. Like, I usually don't think I don't put much faith on a Saturday, on low volume Saturdays. I really don't. Right? I don't. Could we still get a bounce out? We're losing the 200 SMA on the 1 minute time frame. It's not a great sign. So you kind of had a fake out breakout here. Let's take a look. Small time frame. You wanted to see it continue in the pattern, right? It didn't. Okay, so be it. To me, that's a breakout. Now you're back inside the pattern. Again, I stay bullish as long as Bitcoin stays. So it was a short squeeze, low liquidity. Come back inside, and they may just do the same thing again. Right? They may go oversold and then continue to pump. I'm just going to keep my long open. I'm down like $70. I'll keep it open, and we'll go from there, right? And I'll just show you, just to be like completely transparent with you. And I've won 3 of my trades today for three straight. So, and this one's down $60. I'm all right. And again, I may still pull it off. You don't know, right? We don't know. This could still, as long as we stay above the 200 SMA and the 7, I remain bullish. If we lose that, the trade's a wrap. And it looks like we are kind of shouldering. It doesn't look, and there's some bearish divergence there. Doesn't look amazing, but I'll let the trade sit. And I'll go from there. All right. Everybody, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. You can find out when I post my next video. Remember, if you came to the channel, then you're already doing the right thing. You're an amazing individual. I appreciate you all your support. And I'll see you guys back at the home studio probably around 11 in the morning when I finally get situated. I'll do an update. And then the weekly candle close, everybody. I love you. I appreciate you. I wouldn't be surprised if we did continue on this bounce. I'm staying in my trade, as crazy as it sounds. We'll see what happens. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for the travel stream. It was amazing. I had a blast. I'm actually really excited to put away my stuff right now. I'll record it, and you guys can see what it's like for me to put away my stuff, and I'll post it to Twitter. I got a bunch of hours of work to do right now to put my studio away. And that's the grind, baby. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And look for the elites if you ever see anything going on. I probably won't be able to post much tonight and it's tomorrow, but we did pretty good. We hit gains all week long. We still hit massive hits. There was still a lot of, it didn't matter that I was traveling. We still hit gains. Gains today on Bitcoin. So God bless you all. Thank you so much for jumping on in. AGIX, we hit massive gains this week. It was insane. Fetch, a lot of things we were setting up, banged on them. AGI, I'm amazed. God bless you all. Thank you so much for the constant support, love, and I cherish all my relationships with each and every one of you, and I meet lifers around the world, and it's amazing. God bless you all. Have a great night. Thank you for your time. I truly appreciate it.